Today, I'd like to walk you through our latest example. We'll take a look at how you can use an AI agent to extract data from a document and then pass that data into a live process on our chain. This allows you to use the extracted data directly in our live process. To get started, we go to our example on GitHub at github.com/XGR.Network/XGR Agent Customer Demo. This takes you directly to the repository where you can download the zip file via code. Next, open the Customer Quick Start Markdown. There you'll find a short description of how to get started with the example quickly. Basically, you first need to unpack the project on a server, then copy the environment variables and start Docker. That's pretty much all you need to do. After that, open localhost 3020 in your browser. This is the port Docker is running on, and you're already inside our example. In the example, you first select the chain you want to work with. In our case, we're using the testnet. Then you connect your wallet. The wallet is now connected. Next, we need the XRC729 process contract. This is the complete process into which our agent will later inject the data. To start this process, download the corresponding bundle up here. Then go to the XGR.Network workbench page, open the XRC137 builder, and go to Functions and Bundle Deploy. Here, you can import the bundle you just downloaded. After that, click Deploy and wait a moment until the bundle has been fully uploaded to the chain. Our process consists of 3 rule contracts, which contain, among other things, the validation rules for the document data, and 1 process contract. Now the process contract is deployed as well, and the flow is ready. Now under Expert, you can click the small check mark, scroll all the way down, and under XRC729, you'll find the address we need for our example. We copy this address and go back to our agent demo page. You can now paste the copied address here. Then use the Calculate button to calculate the OSTC hash. This is required to start the session. So click Calculate, and then check. Everything is green, so everything is fine. In the next step, we select our agent. In our case, we're working with Gemini. If you don't have a Gemini account yet, you can register with Google. It's free, and Google also provides a free API for the agents. You can enter this API key here. With that, this step is already complete. Next, we need 2 wallets, or more precisely, the corresponding private keys. It's best to use test wallets that you create with MetaMask. We already showed how that works in our video Creating a Wallet with MetaMask on our channel. We now enter the keys here and encrypt them with a password. In addition, we can define how long the keys should remain available in RAM. After that, they are automatically locked again and are no longer accessible. With that, this step is also complete. Here we can now see the prompt that is initially passed to the agent, so it can extract the data from the document. In the next field, you can define which values should be extracted from the document. In this case, we want to extract an insurance number, the date of the document type, meaning what kind of document it is, and also how confident the agent is that the extracted data is correct. This confidence value is given on a scale from 0 to 1. Here you can also add more fields, change data types, add a description of how the agent should extract the data from the document, and define additional rules. In our example, we keep it simple. We only say that the field must not be empty. Of course, you can also define much more complex rules here. One important thing to keep in mind, if you make changes at this point, you need to download the bundle again and deploy it again. The reason is that these rules are later stored directly in the rule contracts and are included during deployment. This means they become part of the validated process running on the chain. For our example, these rules are enough, so we won't change anything else here. But feel free to be creative and try out your own variations. In the next window, you can see our small example document that we want the agent to analyze. Of course, you can also upload other documents. You can see here which formats are usually supported. Alternatively, you can enter manual text and define the content you want to use yourself. For our demo, this small example is enough. In step 4, we finally start our session. We click Start Live Waiter, and with that, we start the process, meaning the session, on the blockchain. When the window is green, we can see that the session has been started and is now in the waiting status. This means the session has reached the step where the process is waiting for the data from the AI agent. In the next step, step 5, we now start the AI agent. To do that, we click Run AI Agent Workflow. The AI agent then starts running, extracts the data, and passes it to our session. In other words, it performs a wake-up and sends the extracted data to the process. You can view the details of the prompt and the response here. Here, you get a short overview of the data that was extracted. And down here, you can see the 3 steps of our process. You can also check these steps in the XGR Explorer by clicking the corresponding step here. This takes us directly to the Explorer, where we can see which data was passed on in our session. We can see that Gemini is 95% confident that the data it extracted is correct. So that is quite a high confidence value. We also have a document hash. This ensures that exactly this document was analyzed. The document is hashed again, no matter whether it is an image, a PDF, or simply text. This allows you to prove later that exactly this document was checked at the time of the run. For example, for later audit processes. Here you can see the extracted date, the name of the document, a short description of what it is about, the insurance number we wanted to extract, and the document type. In this case, it is a confirmation letter. And with that, our session is already complete. We have had the data evaluated live by the AI agent, passed it to our process on the blockchain, and after this step, you could now start any follow-up process that works with this data. For example, creating an insurance contract, capturing booking data, order processes, or other workflows. So we can let the AI agent process any kind of document, regardless of the format. Have fun with this example. Be creative, play around with it, develop it further, and feel free to share your ideas with our community on our community channels. Also subscribe to our channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Have fun, and see you next time.